Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. Uh, Today, Guru Maharaj is not going to join, looks like. So I will continue on Damodar Katha. Uh, Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shvate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashadishatarne. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shwadeta Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiriyet. Nast Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtike. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nand Gop Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai. So we'll continue from Shrimad Bhagavatam 10.9.16. Yada sit tad api nyunam tenanyadapi sandade tadapi davve angulam nyunam yada dat yad adat vandanam. This new rope also was short by a measurement of 2 fingers, and when another rope was joined to it, it was still 2 fingers too short. As many ropes as she joined, all of them failed. Their shortness could not be overcome. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, since we only have limited devotee today, I would really request everybody to make this more interactive, so we can exchange our ideas, our understanding, our thoughts on these beautiful pastimes. It's a very, very beautiful pastime, and many already good Leela described by Guru Maharaj and other devotees on this pastime, but we will continue. So this, when Mother Yashoda is trying to tie Krishna, it's always 2 fingers too short. And our Acharya has given very good explanation of why this is 2 finger too short, because Mother Yashoda first tried to bind Krishna by the ropes what she was having in her home. She tried to get all 900,000 cows which Nand Maharaj was having. Still it was 2 fingers too short. And she also tried to get from other neighbors, but all the gopis, they all tried to add, but again it was 2 finger too short. And Prabhupada also explained that it just needs couple of feet to tie Krishna as per his size. He was just under 3 years old. But hundreds of feet of rope was not sufficient to tie him. So why this was 2 finger too short? I'm sure most of you know already. You are all elevated devotees. I request everyone to please unmute if you can. And maybe we can switch on video also if nobody mind, please. Anybody would like to explain why this is 2 finger too short?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, please.
Sorry, in 2 minutes, I'm just putting my video on. Just
No problem,
give me
Mataji.
2 minutes. Yeah. So, because Krishna, it is said that when Krishna wants to bind himself with his own will, only then we can bind him.
And another thing is said is he is bound only with the love. That are the two reasons what is playing here. That's what I feel.
Yeah. So thank you, Mataji. Uh, so yes, you rightly mentioned that it's difficult to even catch hold of Krishna. Forget about binding. He is the ultimate supreme, and many devotees and many sages are just meditating to get a glimpse. And many exalted demigods even couldn't see him. Yeah, and they're all worshipping in awe and reverence. Yeah. So binding Krishna is like next to impossible thing. Yeah, and of course it's Mother Yashoda. She is very pure devotee, uh, and she is trying her best. And there are lots of good, I would say, learnings from this pastime. So first, this two finger two short, as you rightly mentioned, first finger represents here our endeavor, our effort. So whatever we do, we have to put in our effort. So even she is Mother Yashoda. Yeah, she is mother of the supreme personality of Godhead. But she knows that my Lala, my Krishna, is stealing butter in other gopis' home. And there is something missing at my end. She is the queen of Braj. She does not need to do anything. But she tried to select the best cow, get the best milk of Padma Gandha cow, yeah, which is so much in fragrance, nice color. Like milk, what we get now is just like there is no color, no fragrance, nothing. So we can't even imagine what exactly this means. But out of 900,000 cows, she selected, like there were only 7, 8 cows which were very key. And out of those, also she selected Padma Gandha cow, that milk. And then she is trying to make everything on her own. Yeah. All the sweets, buttermilk, everything. Yeah. And butter. And here also, when it comes to Krishna, like he has broken all the pots. She's not just saying that, okay, fine, okay, he has broken. She wants to play a full role of a mother. Yeah. And she has done everything. Like she's perspiring, sweating, and everything. But still, all the gopis are saying that just leave it. He's not going to be bound. Don't worry. Just leave it next time. She said, no, let me put in my full effort. Yeah. She has not surrendered in that way. Like surrendered, I mean to say, not left the activity. She still tried her best. And now when Krishna saw that Mother Yashoda is really, really tired and she's really like has done her best, now he is showing that his mercy. So first finger is endeavor, and like whatever we do in our life, that's our effort and endeavor. And second finger represents here mercy of Lord. So when these two things are combined, everything is possible. And like in our daily life also, that's what we say to our children, that whatever you do before starting your day, before starting anything, include that applies for ourselves also, we should first pray to Krishna to get his mercy, get his blessings, and then we should put in our 100% for that activity. And that's the perfect activity, the perfect way to do that activity. Now another question comes here, that Krishna is supreme, correct? And when Mother Yashoda is showing the stick, he is showing the full fear. It's not that he just uh, trying to pretend that he is fearful. Yeah, he's absolutely. There's a natural emotions coming as a real fearness, and in fact, looking for that, all the demigods were very scared. What's going to happen now? Krishna is fearful. Something really dangerous going to happen. Yeah, but questioning why Krishna, because he can control everything. Yeah, why he has to be scared? Why he was fearful? Any guess? Any idea? Sorry, devotee. I just, because it's like numbers very limited, so I thought maybe let's make it interactive. Otherwise, it will be looking like very boring. And most of you know the answer. I know. You're just like not unmuting yourself. All our senior Vaishnavas here. Sorry, Namta Mata, if you're saying something, you're on mute.
I'm not a senior Vaishnava. Mere neophyte person. I think even less than a neophyte person.
No, Mataji. So Krishna is fearful because he is the Rasraj. Yeah, he is the king of all mellows. Correct. And he is also showing that example to us that if our parents, our mother is upset from us, we have to show the natural emotion. We should not show that I am like very some, even in that situation, something is not wrong from our end, but we have to respect. So out of respect, he's showing that fear to Mother Yashoda. Otherwise, for others, it will look like that Mother Yashoda is so worried and so concerned, and Krishna is not even worried and bothered about that situation. Yeah. So to make sure and to respect in front of others, gopis and devotees in Braja, he is trying to show a natural emotion because, as I said, he's a Rasraj, king of mellows. Yeah. So that's the reason that he's showing that. And I'll just share, like I have this. I got it. Can you see, Mataji, my screen? I don't know.
Yes, yes.
So it's a beautiful pictures by devotees. So everything, when you see Krishna in this form, it looks like, wow, so sweet. He will be so sweet, so beautiful. Yeah. So that's Krishna beauty. Okay, I will not go in the detail. So also we also today, like starting from yesterday in India, in Europe, few parts, starting from today, we are celebrating 5 days of Diwali. Yeah, Dhanteras, somebody call it Dhanteras, somebody call Dhan Trayodashi, somebody call Narak Chaturdashi, and then other parts of Leela. Correct. So anybody knows why we celebrate Dhanteras? Sorry, I'm just diverting, but since it's a very beautiful celebrations, and everybody will be busy in pleasing Lakshmi Devi and others. So I thought, let me just think through. Any idea why do we celebrate Dhanteras? What's the beautiful pastimes behind that?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please.
I can just, I am not 100% sure, but there are two reasons. One is Lakshmi Puja they are doing because we worship the Dhan, which is the symbol of Lakshmi Mata, and another is that it is for Dhanvantari. The for the health, we what do you say, as a honor or as a Jayanti for Dhanvantari Jayanti, something like that. So as an honor to Dhanvantari Day.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. You rightly mentioned. There are multiple reasons to celebrate these beautiful festivals. One, the prominent one for Trayodashi or Dhanteras is appearance of Lord Dhanvantari. And when ocean churning happened, anybody have any idea why ocean churning happened? What was the reason for ocean churning?
To get the pot of nectar.
Yeah, but why? To get pot of nectar.
To become, immortal. Devtas wanted to become immortal.
Yeah. So there is a beautiful pastime on this, that when Durvasa Muni was visiting Indra, yeah, he was having a beautiful garland from Mother Lakshmi. Yeah. So he, as a respect to king, he gave that garland to Indra. Yeah. And Indra just gave it to his elephant Eravat. Yeah. And he crushed that because he's an animal. Yeah. So Durvasa Muni became very upset, angry, and he cursed him that all your power, because you are very proud of your powers and position, all should get lost. So he got defeated by Maharaj Bali, if you remember, that past time, when all the demons took control of heavenly planet. And then they approached Brahma. And then Brahma, of course, that's what happens whenever demigods approach Brahma. Brahma, along with demigods, approach Narayan. And Narayan said that, okay, I'm just rushing forward, like in fast forward mode, because most of you know. So Narayan asked all the demigods that what you should do, you should try to work along with demons now, because they are very, very powerful in this current situation. So you do the ocean churning and convince them that there will be nectar coming out of this, and that will make them immortal. And also he suggested one thing, that whatever they say, just follow. Don't try to cross them. So they persuaded all the demons, knowing that yes, there will be nectar coming out and they will be having long life. Of course, they are more happy. That's what they are looking for. So they all participated in that, and then we know many things came in this. So what first came out was poison. And that's also learning for all of us, that whenever there is a fight between good and bad, always first poison will come out. But we should be patient and we should continue our effort, and then nectar will come. So first poison came out, which Shiva drank, and then that's why he's called Nilkant, because he kept that in his neck, in his throat. So that's why it's called Nilkant. And then many other things also came out. So Dhanvantari appeared from ocean churning with pot of nectar. And when he appeared, he is regarded as father of all our Ayurveda and medicines. So all the medicines actually came or started from him, that medical knowledge and medical science, everything from him. And when he came out with pot of nectar, all the demigods were so happy. And looking for their pleasure, 2 tears fell from Dhanvantari eyes. And those 2 tears, when they fell in the nectar, Tulasi Maharani appeared. So that's also origin of Tulasi Maharani. And of course, we know that when demigods and demons were fighting to get that nectar, then Mohini, in Krishna, like Narayana, appeared in Mohini form. And that's another pastime. I will not go in the details. But and also Mother Lakshmi appeared in ocean churning. So there are lots of beautiful pastimes related to ocean churning. And to celebrate this Leela, we have this Dhan Trayodashi, or Dhan Teras. There is also Narak Chaturdashi, you might have heard. One day before Diwali, we call it Narak Chaturdashi. In many parts of India, they celebrate. And there is also one good pastime, that Bhaumasur, you might have heard. Bhaumasur was a son of, so when Krishna appeared as a Barahadev, then from Mother Bhumi, one son was born, and that was Bhaumasur. So it was Lord's son. But he got association of demons. So he got all quality of demons. Hence he is called as Bhaumasur, like Bhumi plus Asur, like Bhaumasur. Bhumi. But Mother Earth realized that because he's developing all the bad qualities, there's a danger that he might be killed by Krishna. So he asked for a boon from Krishna, that you will not kill him until I agree. So Krishna agreed for that. And we all know that what Bhaumasur did towards the end. He kidnapped 16,100 princes. And he was becoming more and more demonic. And then Krishna took Satyabhama along with him. Satyabhama is also considered as expansion of Bhumi Devi. So when she saw all this like princess going through such sufferings. She forgot what boon she asked from Krishna. And she said, yeah, please, just kill this demon. It's very bad. And Krishna took that opportunity and killed Bhaumasur and released all these princes, who became later queen of Krishna. So that's why it's also celebrated as Narak Chaturdashi. And there is another beautiful pastime of why Lakshmi ji is worshipped. Of course, she appeared on that day, but there is also pastime that I will give a very brief summary of that. Narayan asked Lakshmi ji because she wanted to visit earthly planet, and he gave the direction that, okay, you are going in this, but don't go in particular direction of south. She said, no, okay, fine, I will remember that. And also he asked for 2-3 more things. And then when she came, she got so happy by seeing this beauty. She said, and she immediately turned towards, by mistake, turned her face towards south, and then she moved there. And then Krishna became, Narayan became very unhappy that she missed her promise. And he said that, okay, you live here for 12 years. And she, this was a farmer's place. So she lived there. And of course, Lakshmi is there. So everything was prospering completely. And all farmers and every community members were so happy. They could not understand who is she. Yeah. And after 12 years, when Narayan came to take her, they all said, no, we are not going to give her. Then Lakshmi ji had to show her actual form. And then everybody just bowed down. And then she promised that every year, this day, I will come to see you. Hence, from that day, on every evening, they continued actually every year to clean the house, everything, beautify, putting all the lamps, everything, so they can welcome nicely Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi, and she always gave her blessings on that occasion. So that's why devotee continue that Leela also. That day before, they celebrate, they do Lakshmi Puja, and they clean their house. People say, yes, this is the time to clean the house. So that's a pastime related to that also. So a beautiful pastimes, and of course Diwali day, when Damodar Lila happened. Also, Lord Ram returned back from Ayodhya, from this on this beautiful day. Yeah. So that was another beautiful pastime when he returned to Ayodhya. And after killing, of course, Ravan, everybody knows that beautiful pastimes. And then all the Ayodhya Basi, residents of Ayodhya, celebrated Diwali. It's called Diwali. Deep means, of course, lamp, and Avali means row. So row of lamps. Yeah. So they all had beautiful rows of lamps, and that's why it's called as Deepavali. So Deepavali is the original name, then it became Diwali, and then people call it in a different way. And then, of course, day after, you all know what's the beautiful pastime, which all of Vaishnava is the most beautiful pastime. I would say one of the most beautiful pastime, which was? Yes, Namrata Mataji.
Govardhan.
Yes,
Govardhan Puja.
Yes, Govardhan pastime happened. Yes. So, just going fast forward, I should not continue on the Govardhan, but still, because you touched on Govardhan, maybe 2 minutes more on Govardhan. Anybody knows why Govardhan appeared in first place? What was the reason for appearing of Govardhan? How it appeared? We all know Indra pastime, but why Govardhan appeared in the first place? Okay, I said only a few minutes, so I will not take more on this pastime. See, Radharani in the Golok Dham, not in the Bhaum Golok, not in this earthly planet of Golok, the Golok Dham. She had a desire to see a place which is very, very beautiful, where she can have lots of good marriage with Krishna. And she expressed her desire to Krishna that I would like to have such kind of place. And Krishna immediately said, okay, so be it. Krishna manifested from his heart. When he manifested, 2 things came out: fire and water drop. So from that, this Govardhan started manifesting. It started expanding, in fact. And it mentioned that it became 1,000 yojan long, 1,000 yojan width, 1,000 yojan height. And when Goloka residents saw that, they also got little frightened. What's happening here? It's so huge. things. It's beautiful. They were ecstatic to see that. Such beautiful. Oh, whatever is coming from Krishna, because Golok residents are just in Krishna, in the Krishna Lila, yeah, but in the Krishna mood. But when they saw, so they said, so then Krishna understood that something is going. So he asked Govardhan to stop expanding. So he stopped there. And then when this Leela was, when Krishna was supposed to appear on the earthly planet, he understood, yeah, that this is the Krishna pastime going to happen. He appeared as a son of one mountain, and that mountain was also very religious. And we all know that Palastya Muni asked, like went there, and then he asked for, when he saw Govardhan, he was so happy, and he approached his father that I would like to take him along with me. And it's just like a story of Dashrath Maharaj when Vishwamitra asked for Ram, or like Nityananda was asked from his father. Yeah. So Govardhan father was also feeling very huge feeling of like sadness, yeah, that how I am going to tolerate this. But he knew that he's Brahman and he cannot say no to Brahman if he Brahman is asking. Yeah. So he said, okay, fine. But he said, okay, ask from Govardhan. I from my side it's fine, but please ask. I have to take permission of Govardhan. Govardhan was of course not happy. But knowing all this Krishna Lila, he said, okay, fine. But he told Palastya Muni that if you keep me down anywhere, I will not move from that place. So when Palastya Muni took Govardhan, and it was also mentioned, huge, it's not like what we see Govardhan now. Yeah, it was very huge, like so much in many miles in the height. So like we see only 21 kilometers Govardhan now, but it was hundreds and hundreds of kilometers at that time. In that, he lifted, and when he was going over, he wanted to take him to Kashi. Yeah, and when he was going over this Braj Dham, Govardhan knew all this, that now this is a Braj place and Krishna is going to appear here. So he became more and more heavier, very heavier. So in that situation, Palastya Muni just kept him down. He forgot, and he said, I can see Jamna, let me take some drop of water. And when he started trying to lift him, Govardhan said, no, now you can't take me. So Palastya Muni was very upset, like sages are sometimes, because his mission was not fulfilled. So he cursed Govardhan that every day you will shrink by a drop of this, what you call sarson ka seed, mustard seed. Yeah, every day you will reduce size by mustard seed. Yeah, so he accepted that curse, but he did not accept to move away from Braj. He said, fine, I am happy for this curse. And it's also mentioned that there are 5 things which are very prominent for any devotee to take blessings and get the bhakti. If we really want bhakti of Krishna, we need to take blessings of 5. One of them, these 5, is Govardhan, Giriraj. Yeah. So without taking blessings of Giriraj, very difficult to get mercy and bhakti, in fact, of Krishna. Other 4, anybody knows what are other 4s?
Balaram, Radharani.
Yes, but yes, the other prominent ones, yeah, it's mentioned. Of course, like without Radharani mercy, we can't get, and without Balaram, because he is the Adi Guru, yeah, so we cannot approach Krishna. But it's about bhakti. Of course, Radharani is the origin of bhakti. Yeah, but 5 blessings, what Acharya have mentioned. One is Giriraj, second Yamuna Devi, third Brinda Devi, Tulasi Maharani, fourth Gopishwar Mahadev, and 5th is dust from the lotus feet of Brajbasi. So these 5 things are considered very auspicious and very pure to get the bhakti of Krishna. Yeah. So hence, like when we approach Vrindavan Dham, we always take mercy of Giriraj, first Gopeshwar Mahadev, then Yamuna Devi, then Giriraj, then Vrinda Devi, and dust of lotus feet of Brajbasi, whatever way we can get. And it's also mentioned that nobody should take Govardhan out of Braj, because it was his desire not to move out of Braj. Unless any Brajbasi, out of his compassion or her compassion, give this for any devotee. And that's also approved by Giriraj. Not just like, okay, somebody feels that, okay, I want to give this Govardhan piece to somebody. No, only two things combination: desire of devotee, like Brajbasi, not devotee, Brajbasi, and second, approval from Giriraj. And Guru Maharaj mentioned this beautiful pastime. Everybody might be knowing that in Govardhan Eco Village, when Maharaj wanted to have this nice Govardhan Shila, he sent his disciple. I don't remember his name, but he sent his disciple, and like one devotee, Brajbasi, was very happy, and then he got the dream in the night where Giriraji appeared and said, okay, fine, you can give it to him. So then he took that piece, and that's now in the Govardhan Eco Village. Beautiful Govardhan. So that's there. And also, we all know the pastimes of Indradev, so I will not go in that. But one thing many of us don't know, or maybe might be knowing, that when Krishna was so upset with Indra, and Indra was not in the position to face Krishna, when he understood that what mistakes he has made. He was so like, he was not finding the way for having the atonement. So he asked Surabhi, Mother Surabhi. She's the most sacred Gau Mata. So she agreed to help Indra when he saw that he's actually feeling too much repentness in his heart. So she appeared in front of Krishna, and of course, after seeing Mother Surabhi, Krishna, like, of course, Krishna is Govind. So he, in front of Gau Mata, he's like, his whole anger disappeared, and he just got so happy. And that place where this Lila happened, it's called Surabhi Kund. And it's mentioned even now. If we have hurt any devotee, first thing we should do, we should try to take blessings of the same devotee. That I have made some offenses, please help me to come out of this. If in case the devotee maybe does not exist, left the body, or whatever reason, something like extreme situation, then it's mentioned that even now we can visit Surabhi Kund, and if we take few drops of water from Surabhi Kund or on our body, we take dip, then we can get the real atonement. So we'll be out of that whatever offenses we have caused for the devotee. Because offenses caused against devotee, there is no solution. We know all the beautiful pastimes of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Rishi. So Krishna himself said that I cannot relieve you from this offense of hurting any devotee. So it's very important. Okay, I think I have taken so long time, and I can just keep going on. It's such nice, beautiful festival time, and such important Leela, so many important Leela every day. And one thing I will say, maybe few might not be knowing, 2 days before we had one Ekadashi, Rama Ekadashi. On that Ekadashi, anybody knows there was a what's the value of worshipping or remembering Amalaki tree? Anybody knows? Looks like everybody is silent. Okay, so one because reason I am telling many of us, in fact, I was also not knowing a few years back, and I thought it's a good thing to just remember that when Brahma appeared, he was looking for his origin, from where he appeared. and he was completely lost. And just he heard two words, tapa, tap. So he went for penances. Yeah, and he did for so many years that penances. And when he opened his eyes, uh, he saw Narayan. Yeah, and he was so happy to see Krishna. And from in that joy, again tears dropped, tears fell, and that first, like these tears appeared in form of amlaki tree. And he was giving this boon and this blessing that whoever is going to worship or remember amlaki tree will be getting Krishna bhakti. Yeah. Hence, devotee in this month, when they do the japa, chanting, deity worship, they remember this tree. There's many places in India, they keep Radha Krishna under the amlaki tree and they do the circumambulation and they do the worship. So whatever way you would like to, but it's also considered auspicious to remember. So there is nothing like big thing required to just remembering or something. So it's good. Like if any devotee get blessings of Krishna by whatever means, because the whole purpose of this month is whatever we do, whether chanting, reading, worshipping, kirtan, anything. But we have to keep Radha Krishna happy. That's the whole purpose of this month. Yeah. From our heart, we have to keep Radha Krishna happy and keep the devotees happy. Keep our Guru happy. Keep everybody happy. Hari Bol. So that's what I wanted to cover. Today I am the host and I am the also speaker as a ghost. So please, you have to bear with me. Yeah. So Hare Krishna, dear devotee. If you have any questions, comments, relations, please unmute yourself, and also you can switch on your video if you would like to give your darshan, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our dear Guru Maharaj. And all glories to the assembled devotees. So yes, it was a lot of informative session today. I knew a lot of things, but I think it was in parts. Incomplete form I used to know. So yes, many stories which you told was interesting. One thing you mentioned that for completing any for getting bhakti, we need to endeavor plus we need to get mercy. So should we endeavor plus prayer plus mercy, or they're just prayers are the part of endeavor?
So mercy is not in our control, Mataji. Two things are, endeavor is in our control. And that's not only to get bhakti, that's to do anything in our life, whether material or spiritual. Yeah, we have to put in our effort. And when we put in our effort, and when we pray, and prayer here means the right consciousness. Yeah, because the purpose of prayer are multifold. One, to invoke Krishna blessings, call him out from our heart, deep heart, that Krishna, I am going to do this activity. I don't know how to do this and what's the right process to do that, but I am just looking for your blessings and your guidance. Please help me out. Yeah. So that way, when we put in our effort and ask for the right blessings, then it's Krishna desire, whether he would like to give mercy or not. That's not in our control. So that's the process, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Scarlet Mataji, Jai.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances and all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj Chandramoli, and all glories to you and everybody else here. I have my, how to say, I have studied and read so many things, and it seems, I don't mean that it is so, but it seems to me when someone curses someone, even if the act of that person was not that bad or that big or that dangerous or that evil, and maybe it happened just by mistakes and this person didn't think about it, but still someone cursed this person. What I don't understand is how is that justice? How is that right that someone, because have a bad temperament, can curse someone just by the little things that person, without knowing it, have done, and still this person should get this curse on itself, and maybe in many years, and still have to do some penance, do something to get free from the curses. I have difficulty to understand, to grasp and understand why is that? Why there is no any, how to say, justice to say, okay, it was not that big. This person didn't meant it, didn't do it consciously. It happened just by a very little mistakes.
So, Mataji, your question is more on the person who just got angry by seeing very small mistake of other devotee, or for
curse.
So, person,
how is it possible that the curse when the curse done by the person who has very bad temperament, and it's not 100% justified, still that curse holds?
So, Mataji, as for my little understanding, see, curse, when we say curse only applies when it's coming out of a pure devotee. Like if I just say like myself, okay, I am cursing you for something, I am cursing somebody, yeah, for something, it's not going to behold. Curse means you have to have a right consciousness and something like, that's what we say, blessing in disguise. When Narad Muni saw Mani, Griva and Nal Kuvera, yeah, when they were enjoying their life, they were drinking, they were not having proper clothing, with the wrong association, he cursed them. Yeah, but cursing from a devotee is always having some blessings. They are not just out of anger. So that's the real curse, because he said yes, because you want to enjoy without clothes, so you become tree. But then also because he's a devotee, out of compassion, he said that you become tree in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. So we can say, yes, it's a very big curse, but actually even demigods could not see. Shiva could not enter the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj to see the pastimes of Krishna. But these two witnessed full pastimes of Krishna for 3 years. So even we can say it was a curse, but it was not a real curse in the one way. Similarly, we see the Gajendra story. He was also cursed in his previous life as an Indrimna. He was cursed because he did not respect sages properly. But again, he appeared in that form, and then he got blessings of Narayan directly. So that's the curse. Curse means like coming out of a pure devotee. But in this material life, especially in this Kali Yuga, curse from a person who is himself or herself is not a devotee, and just out of anger saying something wrong, that okay, you become like this or do that way or that, it's not going to be applied. And for a devotee, like even somebody is cursing like this, let's say, or saying something like that, devotee mood is always how to keep himself or herself very humble and not react. They know that Krishna is the ultimate controller, so he just, okay, fine. Normally you might have seen devotee just say Mahamantra and then move out of that place. Yeah, because he's saying that, okay, I have not done something. He or she knows that what wrong they have done or they have not done. Yeah, so they know, like, even whatever is the things, they just with folded hand, with Krishna prayers, just move away from that situation, rather than Because if we go in that reaction, in that argument situation, then there is a danger that we will get the real curse. Yeah, because we are going in that curse, I mean to say reactions. Yeah, then we are going in that action reactions mode. But if somebody is doing something, it's going to be more harmful and dangerous for the person who is saying like that in that mode of anger, rather than for the devotee whom that person is really passing that statement.
My next question, because you say devotees, so that's why it comes another question for me.
Please.
Does it mean that just because you have the name the title that you are Vaishnavi's devotee, then you are free to do anything you want, to do, to behave any way you want, to be disrespectful to anyone you want, just because you are the Vaishnavi's devotee? It's okay, and everybody has to bow down and say yes, yes, yes. Thank you for screaming at me. Thank you for treating me like dirt. Thank you, and then go. Just because the person name is Vaishnavi's devotee.
No, Mataji. When it Vaishnav or Vaishnavi is there, yeah, the quality of Vaishnav, if we see the various qualities of Vaishnava and devotee in Srimad Bhagavatam and also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, is nothing related to like this, that first, if somebody is having that kind of mindset that I am a devotee, first of all, a devotee will not feel that he is a devotee, he or she. Yeah, he or she will always say, I am aspiring to be a devotee. The time you say I am a devotee, that means that proud, a tinge of proud is there. Yeah, and that's not a good sign. Second thing, as a devotee, not to show as a fake or just artificial humility. Devotee first quality means they have to develop first quality of humility. Yeah, you see, more senior you are in spiritual life. Yeah, senior, I mean to say not in terms of number of years, but more senior in terms of your actions. Yeah, that seriousness for the Krishna Prem, Krishna Bhakti we are spending more and more time in true consciousness for Krishna and Radharani Bhakti. Then we will become more and more humble. What you're saying that somebody feels that I'm a Vaishnava and I can do anything, it's absolutely conflicting. Vaishnava can never think, I will not say not, can never think like that, can never have that mindset that I can do anything. Vaishnava means, or devotee means, somebody who is always trying to see how I connect some other living entity to Krishna. That's the purpose. They have only two purposes in life. First, how I myself progress further, some steps closer to Krishna, and how I bring others living entity closer to Krishna. That's the whole purpose of devotee. Devotee purpose is not to curse or to do any demeaning activity or anything what's going to hurt. If we are hurting any devotee, immediately Guru Maharaj has also mentioned many times, we should always ask for forgiveness. We should always ask for forgiveness, because you see, offending devotee or offending anybody, in fact, yeah, is considered as one of the biggest offense. Whatever we do, see, if let's say if I'm not doing some service in a proper process, there can be other way to ask for forgiveness. But as I said earlier also, and it's not I, like it's coming from all our acharya, that any activity of creating offense, yeah, hurting any devotee or offensive language or any way, any actions like that is like suicide. It's like killing ourselves. It's worse than suicide. So only solution is ask for forgiveness. Immediately ask for forgiveness. That's the Vaishnava. Vaishnava or devotee does not mean just do whatever I want to do. They always try to do as per the instruction from the spiritual master. Whatever are the instructions, they just want to follow their path, their instructions, and whatever is mentioned as per the scriptures.
Because I read it in Srimad Bhagavatam, that I think I even write it 5:18:12. there is so many quality that it says that a Vaishnava has to have, but it seems that not everybody following it.
That's fine, Mataji. We remember one thing. Yeah. We don't have control of other people's actions.
Okay.
We cannot control other people's actions.
No.
What is
Yes.
controlled is our actions. So my humble suggestion will be, we should first try to focus on our actions, how we can take one step closer towards Krishna in the right consciousness, with the right humility, and with following the instructions of our spiritual master, our Guru Maharaj. So that should be our things regarding others. And we should also inculcate those qualities, what you mentioned in 5:18:12. Absolutely, we should develop those qualities. And overnight, nobody can become a true devotee. It's a journey. We are all in that journey and trying to follow that path. And there is a huge like blockers from Maya Devi, to take us away from Krishna. That's why association makes a huge difference. Association, chanting, these two things makes a big difference. If we keep following that, we will be on the right path, and somehow by our actions, others people will also follow a similar path or maybe better path in the Krishna Bhakti. And then even if somebody is getting so upset or doing something bad, either we will not be worried about them. Second, maybe that person will see our actions, that in spite of, let's say, somebody is abusing us, and if I don't react, how many minutes he or she can abuse? Everybody want to see the reaction. If there is no reaction, even if you just forget about others, think about ourselves. If I want to cry, okay, just to show that I'm really upset, and there is nobody, just between the four walls, how many minutes you will cry? After some time you will stop. And if there is somebody else to see, and let's show the sympathy, our cryness gets more stronger. So that's a human nature. So we don't need to worry about what others, but by our actions, probably when we are not going to react, that person who is responding in a wrong way or reacting in a wrong way will also learn in a nice way that, okay, this person is so nice, such sadhu quality, and I'm unnecessarily upsetting. One times, two times, five times, some few times, after a few times, that person will also realize reacting to this person like this actually is going to create more offense for me rather than any bad things for that person. So one day things will change, but we have to focus on our own activity. That will be my view.
Thank you. That is just because you mentioned about this curse and so on. That's why I need to ask this question. So thank you very much.
No problem, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My point is that by doing all these things, I'm also trying to purify myself. So in the process of purification. So I need all your blessings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namrata Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. So I think part of my question is answered while you were answering to Scarlett Mataji. But still, if you want to add, I'm asking this question. We do seva in the congregation. So there are multiple people with multiple mindsets. So since we are all in the journey, so we do carry a lot of anarthas. And this anger and all, this might come out even in the congregation as well. So how do we respond to this kind of qualities? I mean, we know that the person who is interacting with us is a Vaishnava. Sometimes it happens that they are telling us something which can be right, or which can be on the anartha mode, or maybe whatever, but not trying to be judgmental. Or how do we remain in a neutral form?
Sorry, Mataji. There's a kirtan going on just on the ground floor, so I just kept myself muted so that I don't know which sound is more prominent. Of course, kirtan will be more prominent, and a very nice Vaishnavas are there in the house, so just doing kirtan. Okay, so see how to control our anger. Correct? Is that the summary? Like when somebody is doing all these in that situation.
Yes.
See, there are multiple ways to control our anger. First thing, whenever we are getting upset with something, some certain situation, we should not respond immediately. Or I would say we should not react, not respond. We should not react. Because 99% probability, when we react in that situation, our action will be wrong. Something we will say, which we will repent after some time, that I should not have said actually myself also like this. So it's better to respond after some time, because you will be also knowing that situation better, why that person said, maybe certain reason which you may not understand at that moment. And also your anger will go down and you will be in a better situation. And when you say somebody in a nice cooling situation, in a very calm situation, somebody who was showing that anger will be also receiving in a proper way, because otherwise it will be argument after argument. Yeah. Second, we should also cultivate nature of forget and forgive. Yeah. Then also I would say many times we should try to avoid triggers. Somebody trying to, we know that this person can create some triggers, that individual or that situation. Try to avoid that. That's better, rather than going in that situation where again it happens and then we go in the negative spirals of that situation. Yeah. Sometimes better to just write it down. We have to show that frustration, anger. Just write it down. Yeah. And then just read it out. You will see that, okay, yeah, my anger has actually gone down. Yeah. And sometimes also it's a benefit of doubt. Think about, yeah, there can be, just think that, okay, I may not understand what this person is thinking. Yeah. So just see, maybe I don't know all the situations. Sometimes when somebody is getting upset, when we don't know the complete picture, I know only part of it. But knowing that part of it, I immediately react. So no, this is like that. But if you understand the complete picture, you say, oh, actually, it might be. So at that moment, also see, maybe I don't know the complete picture, if possible. Yeah. And many times we know that person is also saying right things, but just because of our false ego, we don't accept it. That also happens. Yeah. We know sometimes this person, but we have made that pattern in our mind that whatever this person will say is going to be wrong, or is just against me. So even if that person is saying right, but our false ego will come in between and will say, no, you're wrong. Yeah. Sometimes giving up unhealthy comparison also lead to that situation. We give unhealthy, wrong examples, wrong comparison, and that again actually trigger more and more that things. So sorry, there are lots of process, lots of way, but in fact, I remember I took 2 sessions on how to control anger, if you remember.
Yes, Prabhuji, I know. I think I have to search again, but I have the slides. I think I have to refer and maybe I'll find those answers there. But thank you for noting those points. It was very interesting. On the note that you told that you should not immediately respond. So one thing is coming to my mind is whenever we are offended by somebody and we are angry for that thing, so we should not respond. The reason is because we try to defend our own self in the situation. Naturally, it happens that we try to find where we were right. So our tendency becomes that. So we don't try to see the perspective of others. So this is the practical realization in which I implemented, and your seminar was also very helpful in that. So thank you for the key point.
I think one important thing which comes to my mind, which really important in practical life, keep space for other people's mistake. Don't assume everybody is perfect. Sometimes we meet a devotee, maybe that devotee has been in that movement for many years, having some specific positions. We expect that a very perfect response, behavior. We need to remember everybody is a human being, and everybody goes through rough patches also. So on that day, that moment, we don't know what's the situation. Yeah. So keep that space for some like mistakes, and then probably that will also reduce our anger.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you. So as I see, there is no any other question on the chat or anywhere. I will close this call. Thank you very much for all the devotees to join this session. And if I have made any offense or anything, I really ask for your forgiveness. That's very important. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Gurudev. All glories to Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhu vyevicha patitanam pavnevyo vaishnavevyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Brind ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vrindavan Nath Prabhu ji ki jai.
Jai.
Gurudev ki jai. Jai.